it's the story of the place that makes the difference. So since the medieval epoch, Impruneta, some people they were producing fantastic terracotta elements. And so now we are lucky to have this kind of heritage.
Federico, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself and your role here at Manetti.
So hello, I'm Federico Manetti. I do represent the 8th generation of the Manetti family involved in the terracotta business. My role here is to look after the foreign markets, so I do manage the production of the artisanal elements.
And you also still work in the wine business as well?
As a family, we have been making tiles since 1780, but we started making wine in 1968.
E come invece la famiglia Manetti è entrata nel mondo della terracotta? Cioè chi l'ha fondata e come è andata?
Allora, le nostre origini sono nel Chianti, dalla parte verso l'Impruneta vicino a Firenze. Un mio antenato, Ferdinando, nel 1780 iniziò l'attività della fabbricazione di terrecotti. E poi da lì abbiamo continuato e poi con l'avvento dei miei figli, di Federico e Ginevra, abbiamo allargato la nostra produzione e il massimo raggiungimento che io avrei pensato da giovane, perché condividere la gestione di un'azienda è un privilegio più che altro, insieme ai figli e tramandare una storia che è partita 200 anni fa e dare testimone alle prossime generazioni e insegnargli tutti i segreti del mestiere, per me è il massimo della vita.
I think that work with family is an honor. So I work with my father and with my brother, and having Artedomus here and share with them work and dinner, lunch was so interesting and beautiful. Our product, I think, is so special because terracotta is Italian and Impruneta is one of the most famous districts for terracotta.
The reason why the terracotta here is so special is because we have an amazing clay just behind us. It's called Galestro clay. It's a very old clay with the ability to get stronger and stronger over the time. If well processed, you come up with the most dense and the most durable terracotta in the world. At Cotto Manetti, we do like to produce many things in terracotta, but no matter what we are producing, we really want to achieve the best quality.
We're here in the Manetti handmade tile factory, and the beautiful thing about Manetti tiles is when we say that they're handmade, we really mean it. They take the clay directly out of the quarry and bring it here. It's coloured with additives if it needs it. And then the gentlemen behind me are turning it into tiles using their bare hands. They use manganese and other minerals to change from the beautiful orange tones that you see in traditional terracotta into browns and golds and even greys. People expect to see Manetti terracotta clay being orange in its natural state, but it's not. It's actually a grey colour that can be adjusted before it gets fired, but once it's fired is when it turns into that beautiful golden or orange tone that we see in all of the tiles that we use. There's a reason why Manetti terracotta has been made this way for hundreds of years. The clay from this region of Italy creates beautiful colours and texture, as well as incredible strength in the tiles.
I'm sitting inside the machine-made factory, which is adjacent to the head office building. Down the road is the handmade factory where we were yesterday. Behind us is the quarry where the Impruneta clay comes from. The quarrying process actually involves drying the clay at the quarry by stroking it or cutting through it with a big digger. Then the soft clay goes along a conveyor belt before it goes into the high pressure extrusion machine. So you end up with a raw tile or brick, and that then has to dry before it's fired. Our best-selling terracotta tile is called Artedo de Crudo, which has a very subtle circular patina. Then we have Litos Naturale, which comes out of the extrusion machine and is left as it is, as a very smooth surface. What makes the Manetti machine-made and handmade tile collection so unique is a very large variety of different finishes, colours and textures, and you can also customise them as well.
One of our favourite parts when we visit with you is going to see the artisan workshop at the old furnace and watching the objects being made by hand by your artisans. How important are they to you as part of Manetti?
So our artisans are part of the heritage of Cotto Manetti. They have deep knowledge, deep experience. Anytime we want to develop something new, the first thing we do is talking to them and making sure what would be the best method to achieve this design.
This factory typifies a Manetti's ability to do one-off, very special pieces using their unique clay. Some of it is made completely by hand, and then others it is made by hand by moulding it around larger objects which are made of chalk stone. People working in this factory are strictly artisans because they make things in a way that is not done elsewhere in the region.
Io lavoro qui da 24 anni, vengo da un'esperienza precedente di altri 20, quindi sono 44 anni che lavoro, però qui ho realizzato in pieno l'ideale della vita, insomma il sogno della vita che era quello di lavorare unicamente a mano.
One of the most special things we've done together was the development of the second New Volumes collection, and taking Australian designers with the Italian Cotto was a new thing for us, so it must have been a new thing for you as well.
Yeah, as you know, we've been making tiles and pots since centuries, no? But we were not thinking to combine terracotta and design, and so we were very excited to start this kind of project together, and I think Artedomus really helped Cotto Manetti to understand the potential of this material. Nowadays, if the reputation of terracotta is much higher, is so successful, is also thanks to Artedomus.
Questa è la collezione New Volumes, è un tavolino che si chiama Pitch Table e viene prodotto in modello in gesso, stampo in gesso e poi viene assemblato, viene calco e viene assemblato a pezzi modulare. Non è facile perché insomma sono pezzi abbastanza complessi, però si riescono a ottenere con pazienza.
You've had some incredible projects in the region, especially in Florence, that have actually been there for centuries, haven't they?
Exactly. In this region, you see many examples of how beautiful, how durable terracotta from Cotto Manetti is. You can go to Florence, where we are replacing the tiles from the cupola of Brunelleschi. You can go to the Antinori winery to see the terracotta installed in a more contemporary version. So we like to combine a sort of tradition and contemporary vision as well.
We're standing here in the headquarters of Antinori Wines, an expert in producing Chianti Classico in Tuscany. This project boasts an incredible amount of Manetti terracotta used as external cladding, internal cladding, and inside the cellars for the wines. The tobacco colour that you can see on the floor behind me and in the ceiling above me has been used to the extent of 60,000 square metres throughout the project. The wine cellars have Manetti terracotta entirely encasing the wine production area. The thermal properties of the terracotta are incredible, and it helps to regulate the temperature and make fantastic wine. I think the connection between our two companies now has grown a lot more than just a supplier and a customer, and it's a real pleasure for us to come here, and it's also a real pleasure for you to come and see us.
I think in our family we give a huge importance to relationships, and so we look forward to having more time together, more dinners together, apart from the business that we are doing together.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure for us to be here again this time, and we can't wait to see you again in Australia.
I look forward to coming back. Of course, we always love to have you and your team in Tuscany, so anytime you want to escape for a few days, please let us know and we will do our best to have a lovely time together.